Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in live to Adobe Radio. I really appreciate you guys. The Wesam's World family has been growing. I was going to say Wesam's Warriors, and I think I'm saving that for the Patreon subscription.
Oh, okay. I was like, why not now?
I'm going to save that for Patreon subscription. People.
Okay, you know what's so funny?
What's funny?
I've had the camera on him the whole time.
Hi.
Not you. So,
Should I do
boom,
the intro?
Camera on you.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
He
I
okay.
crossed the line.
Never mind.
No.
My bad.
This is strike one for Peyton on this.
Sorry for even suggesting such a stupid idea. I'm sorry.
If you're not listening live, if you're tuning in the next day on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, notifications, and leave a comment below. And keep it friendly down there. No crazies, please. Thank you. Our guest today, I feel like I'm talking to children. Yeah, everybody just calm down. Be good. We're going to have fun, okay? Be respectful. That's it. It's the internet.
That always works, when you tell them, hey, don't do anything. They always listen 100%.
Yes.
They'll always say, okay, fine, we respect that.
I wish they're like, no, he's being serious this time. Let's for sure. There's actually a TikToker who I'm going to bring up in a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, just in full disclosure, our guest today is Anthony Turpel. Did I say it right?
Anthony Turpel.
Turpel.
Everyone says Turpel, though, so.
Well,
to the point where they used to call me Turpel Nurple and then give me purple Nurples at 4th grade. So it was, so yeah, that's been going on for a minute. I shouldn't have disclosed that, should I?
That's the most believable thing in the whole world.
Yeah,
I know you're telling the truth.
Yeah, no, it's affected
specific.
me harshly.
I liked how aggressively you brought that up.
Yeah, no, every time I meet someone new, the first thing I bring up is that I got a lot of purple Nurples in my life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there it is.
I knew immediately I was going to enjoy talking to you because as soon as you came into the studio, you were like, I have some Uber stories to tell you. And I was like, great. Have a seat. Welcome. Now, we have a few things to discuss already. Mm-hmm. There's so many things that happened within the 30 seconds I met you.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you said you took an Uber here.
Yes.
And then your Uber was going the opposite direction, but you thought he wanted you to cancel the ride?
Yeah, so here's, do you guys use Uber a lot?
Yes.
Okay, so have you ever, ordered a ride and they're, 10 minutes away, and then you look back and now they're 15 minutes away?
Yeah.
So this happens to me constantly.
And you want to keep this kind of close.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
It was this happens to me constantly. And so this time I just canceled because I've been through this rope before. But the first time this happened, I was, trying to call him, and he just wouldn't pick up, and he was ignoring me. And so me being, kind of mad about it, I kept on trying to get him to pick up the phone, or I kept on texting him. And I think it's because they want you to cancel, because it might affect them. I could be wrong about this. It's just my theory. But so I had to cancel and then reorder, and the guy was 11 minutes away. And I was just like, all right. I still got here early-ish, though.
Yeah, no, you were on time.
So
you were on time. You're all good.
I was okay. But Uber makes me so unpunctual sometimes.
Mm-hmm. You said you have other Uber stories.
Yeah, well, I've been Ubering for a good minute, and I love Ubers. And I like to talk to my Ubers, and I like to hear their life story, which usually they will tell. They will share I just got a divorce, and I'm just like, wow, that's so interesting. And then we especially if it's an hour-long drive. And so 2 days ago, I was picking up my sunglasses, from my friend's house. And it's a 3-minute drive. Mm-hmm. And so I order an Uber, I get in, and I say, hey, how's it going? And I just talk to him for a second, and he's like, are you a singer? And I go, no. And he's like, you have a powerful voice. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. He's like, yeah, I wish I had your voice. And I go, really? He's like, yeah, I would sing much better. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, I want to be a singer. This man was 50s. And so I was like, oh, well, that's great. Yeah, go for your dreams, And so eventually he's like, I'll show you. And I'm like, what?
Oh.
And he puts on his mixtape. This is a 3-minute drive, by the way. This happened in 3 minutes. We went from saying hello for me showing him showing his mixtape, and it wasn't bad. I don't think he's gonna go professional. But it was an okay one, and he was kind of like a Frank Sinatra type vibe, and I was like, "That's great, man." He's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're the first person I showed to," and I'm like, "Me? the Uber guy? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, man. And so that kind of stuff happens a lot.
Wow. 3 things. First of all, that sounded slightly serial killer-ish whenever you said, I wish I had your voice. I thought it was going to take a really dark turn, you know, like, I want your voice.
No, it was a good-hearted, he was like, seemed like a nice guy. It just was so random, and it seemed like he was maybe having a rough day. I don't know.
Oh, no.
But
You have the personality where it feels like people want to open up to you.
maybe.
And the third thing is, if we ever took an Uber together, I would hate riding with you in an Uber.
Oh, I do talk.
Oh, we probably,
No.
my face would be on the window pane just like, this guy.
It's interesting.
This guy.
I always like ask, like, how long you've been Ubering? That's my first question. And they either take it by day or year. So they either say 5 years or like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then after that, it kind of goes, and then they like either talk about their kids or, you know, their life story or like what they did in college. I get my best advice in Uber drives. Seriously.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, some of the best advice they give you, because some people have lived such an interesting life. Either it's like a side gig, or they've fallen on hard times. There's like so many different stories you hear, and so like when we talk about life, I'm like, yeah, this situation's going on, and they'll be like, so like I remember, we were talking about relationships, and this guy was telling me about this supermodel he dated in the '80s. And I was like, oh, that's like super interesting. He like used to just like follow her around to like gigs and stuff, and he thought he was in love. And he was like, that was my 10 and 1. And I'm like, what's a 10 and 1? And he's like, when it's great, it's a 10. But when it's awful, it's a 1.
Ooh.
That's not the person you're gonna marry. That's the person you're gonna have the best memories with. And I was like, that's really interesting. He's like, yeah, so you want to marry like a 7 and 4. Or like and so when you're happy, it's a 7, but when it's bad, it's not a 1, it's a 4. And it was like really put into perspective, like an interesting way to view like a person and to date. It was really like, that was like a really good advice, especially for the time I was in. And so like I get really good advice in Uber drives. And then sometimes, like a guy, like I had to drive 45 minutes. Oh God. Okay, so I had a 45-minute drive. Sorry, tell me when to stop talking.
No, you're good.
So I
We'll put a light. Don't worry.
okay. And so I had a 45-minute drive, and I get in the Uber, and when I say this man did not care if I or he lived or died, he did not care. And I found out something about myself that day, which is I would rather die than have an awkward conversation, because I didn't say shit. I was just in for the long haul. And so we're on like the far side of the freeway over here, and this man realizes we're about to miss our exit, and so he just hauls ass right, and then tries to like go down the exit, and it was like one of those things that had like the greenery, and so he just do, and we get on the exit, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, okay, and so I didn't say anything, I just kind of accepted my fate, and we get up to where I needed to go. He parks the car. Now, I didn't check the door. I don't know if I was locked in the car or not. But he does physically lock the car doors and then goes, all right, now give me 5 stars.
What?
And I was like, what? He's like, give me 5 stars. And I'm like, okay. So I did what he said. I gave him 5 stars. He's like, now tip. And I'm like, oh, sorry, my phone died, which is true. It did happen. And so I was like, I'll do it inside. So I got out of the car. But that shit was crazy.
Oh, no. If he did that to me, I'm like, you better say it's a joke. Unlock the door. 0 stars.
I was 17 and not willing to risk it. I was okay. Yeah, whatever you need.
First of all, I just met you, Anthony. You have a great, positive, and glowing energy about you, man. I really, really appreciate your perspective on a lot of things. It makes me feel kind of bad now, my attitude in Uber drivers. I'm not rude. I just don't want to talk. Which
Which is perfectly fine. I'm in that mood sometimes too, but if someone's going to talk to me, I can't be like, nah.
I'm the opposite.
Okay.
I'm just go, oh, crazy.
Yeah.
So rude. So
That's
rude.
insane.
It's lunatic behavior. It's psychopathic to a certain degree. I remember specifically the one time where I rode with my brother, And my brother thought he thought I was just gonna get out of the car and start walking to the place. And this is gonna sound extra bougie, but no, I have to say it because it's part of the story.
Sure.
I bought my first car in 2019, and it was a Tesla. And I was proud of myself because I worked up to that point in my life.
Great car.
Yeah, and I was really excited. I had ordered it, and boom, get the notification. It's ready for pickup at Tesla at Burbank. I told my brother, hey, you want to come with? I'm taking an Uber there. He's like, absolutely. We get in the Uber, and the guy starts talking to us. He's not driving. He has his back turned to us like this. He's like, so, what do you...
No.
And I'm like, go! Go! I need to go pick up my car!
Oh my... No, okay, that's fair. I get that.
William starts talking with him. My face is on the glass like this, like... Oh man, just breathe. Just be thankful. You're you're living a privileged life. I'm thinking of all the things I need to, and this guy's just driving slow, and I'm just like, oh, okay, all right, man, let's get out of the car.
Oh man, no, I get that. That's insane that he did it before he started driving. Because, I mean, I've been in Ubers where like we pull over to the destination and then we finish the conversation. And so, like, we would, like, finish, like, what we were saying. And I'm like, that's a really interesting point. And so, like, if, like, we're in mid, and then you would get out, but you got to, like, finish because, like,
If we're ever working on a show together and we take, the van.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, Anthony, move out of the way. I'm trying to leave today, okay? No. Thanks.
No,
you just hear me muttering as I'm leaving, like, fucking Anthony.
Transpo has stories, I'll tell you. Transpo has a lot of stories.
Transpo can ruin almost 80% of people's careers if they told what they heard in the cars. And I'm not exaggerating.
No, I agree. I 100% agree. That and hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Actors talk in hair and makeup.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, it's interesting.
You ever do this? You ever hearing somebody else complain that they don't know you're in the other room or in the other part of the trailer?
Oh, like about you?
No, just in general.
Oh, I've heard people complain for sure.
Yeah. And you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's a new thing to hear. All right.
Apologies, condolences for the ending of Love Victor.
No. I mean, we got 3 seasons.
That's great.
Yeah. It was we knew while we were filming, so we got like a good ending to it. And we're really proud of the 3 years. It's the best show I've ever been on. It's been like such a privilege to work with all those people.
Yeah.
And so I'm just happy we got a third and it was able to like wrap it up.
I watched some scenes and clips of yours online. I'm not really familiar with the show, but I always like to look up at least some of the stuff my actor guests are on. And you've got a great role. You've got great timing on there, and it's a wonderful supporting character. And the way, you support kind of the best friend for the main guy. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm basically the best friend to Victor.
Right. And the way like you're friends with him, and some of the scenes I saw, I was like, oh, these are really great moments. There's really grounded moments, truthful moments, and like fun, lighthearted stuff. So it's great, man.
Yeah. It throughout the 3 seasons, like Felix was like the comic relief season 1, and then season 2, there was like the storyline with him and his mom and like mental health and things like that. So I got to we got to see 2 sides of the character, which was really cool. And so, man, I'm very thankful for just being able to be a part of it. Everyone was incredible.
I want to talk to you about, you're with the same management company as me.
Yes.
And the first, one of the first buildings they were in, our office spaces, was that one that looked like an apartment building.
100%. And it had that little like couch setup with like those like 3 pictures on. It
was so funny because I specifically at that time was looking for a new manager, and I was like, I want to move up. I want somebody who's in an office space, and I had that in my mind. I don't think I vocalized that really to my agent at the time, or my current agent, whatever. And I remember walking up to it and being like, oh my god, I'm going into some guy's apartment. Am I gonna get murdered? And my manager's name is Steve Smith, which is John Doe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm getting murdered.
Yeah, 100%.
But then I saw these are office spaces. Yeah. And then I met everybody. I'm like, oh, these are great people. And I ended up signing them. I've been with them ever since.
Yeah,
I just thought it was funny. Yeah,
they're incredible. I mean, when I remember being in there for the first time, and I was like auditioning for April, and like I had to do like a commercial where I was like a surfer dude.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like a good actor at like 12. You know what I mean? I wasn't great. So the fact they even like were like, come on, kid. It was a huge blessing.
Yeah.
But I remember just being like super excited and being like, I made the big time, baby. Like here I am. I have a manager.
Which is it's a big deal.
Yeah.
To get with a decent management company when you haven't had like great credits or any credits. So it's a huge step in the right direction for you as a professional actor.
100%. And I mean, like starting out with like, because they like grew over time and like they've really grown over time.
Oh yeah, they're great.
And
still growing.
The fact, 100%. And like when we got in like 2012 and like was able to like be a part of that roster then and grow with them, that's kind of like the thing you want. And so I was, I loved it. And Miss Baker's the best.
You call her Miss Baker? I like that.
So I have like, it's hard. I've been, since I was 12, so like my mom, because she used to go like drive me to auditions and everything, she would make me call everyone Mrs. and Mr. And so I can't get that out of my brain.
How old are you, man?
22.
Oh my gosh.
Was that?
No, I'm 34.
You gotta think about it.
Oh, holy crap! I don't know how old I am.
You're 30, or you're not 34?
I'm 34.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Born in '87. Help me do the math
That's
here,
wait,
guys.
wait,
October
90.
3rd.
Wait, when's your birthday?
October 3rd.
Okay, yeah, you're 34.
I'm 34. We're good. I just don't think about it anymore.
I just pretended to do math right there. I was just like, yeah, no, that's correct. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, you're still early 20s.
Yeah. So, you know, it's been, just like 3 years ago. I was kind of, I guess, a teenager. But, yeah.
That's weird to think about, right?
It's weird. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Time has moved fast, especially with COVID. So, like.
I wish somebody would have told me this more often. You're going to, whenever you're in your 30 plus, you're going to look back at being 22 and you already seem to have like a good head on you and everything like that. But you're going to be like, wow. I didn't know anything still.
100%. Well, I hope that's true because that means I didn't grow if I don't.
Right.
So, like, I mean, I look back at, like, 15 and being like, God, I'm a dumbass. And so I'm sure, like, when I'm 30...
It just keeps happening.
I'll look, it will always keep out. I'll be 60 and be like, man, I was stupid in my 50s.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But, you know, I 100% expect that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll try my best.
Here's the beautiful part that made me so confident in this industry is that no one knows what they're doing, really.
No one.
That's
knows.
the secret.
No, just literally.
Go into every meeting knowing that nobody really knows what they're doing, and you'll be fine.
Everyone has imposter syndrome. There's not one person that doesn't. Everyone's just faking it till they're making it, and most people are faking it till they die. So I've realized that, yeah.
That's the beautiful part.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
Is
that everywhere? And if so, what's going on?
It's like
in general?
the entire business is built on like those. It's like those houses that are built in the hills. They're all just on stilts. You're like, how are they still up?
Yeah. We're all just guessing the house is still there. All
like, are we sure? Because I know that doesn't look safe, but everybody else is saying it's safe.
It's safe. Yeah. Why shouldn't I trust this guy?
That would make me feel so uncomfortable living in one of those houses, man.
Me too. I mean, one earthquake, right? I mean, it's California.
I don't. Yeah.
And plus, I played that mission in GTA 5. Like, those things went down easy. So I know. Yeah. Rockstar made sure I was never gonna get one of those.
Here's what I wish. Now that we're transitioning to video games, I want to see Red Dead Redemption 3. I don't think we'll ever see it.
In 20 years, we might.
Yeah, not soon.
They talked about redoing Red Dead Redemption 1. It's just a rumor, but that would be awesome.
What do you mean redoing it?
Like a remaster. Which I know GTA's remasters were interesting.
On point.
Oh, so good.
Point. No flaws.
How do you take a game from the 1990s and make it worse?
If you're gonna remaster it, use Unreal Engine 5, the latest one.
Yeah, well, I mean, they should have waited. I mean, I'm sure also, like, could that even... I mean, that's a lot of manpower.
I know, that would be... You'd basically have to redo every asset from the ground up. Basically make a new game.
Do it.
I mean, Rockstar has the funds for it.
They do. They definitely have the money for anything they want to do.
Yeah, they really do. But, you know, they put it off to a third party for some reason.
I gotta say this, and you're not privy to this conversation, but you're gonna be. I've been having dreams about Elden Ring.
That's kind of weird. Okay.
And then I don't play an Elden Ring.
Oh, okay.
and everybody, because we hung out the other day,
Right.
And now there's other people asking Alex, our producer on the show, hey, does Wesam play Elden Ring? I feel like he would love that game. And I'm like, okay, universe, I'm gonna wait till my parents leave next week, and then I'm just gonna download Elden Ring,
do it,
and lose my life to it.
Yo,
apparently.
trust me, you will never feel such frustration in your life, but you're gonna want to keep going. It's awful and it's great.
I want you to call me when you get pissed off.
I
just want to
should
hear
I live
you talk
stream it?
about it.
Yo,
If you have the means, yeah.
You should try to do a no death run.
Oh God.
That's setting him up for failure. But
Hey man, I've watched enough YouTube videos of it where I'm like, I don't think this is gonna happen.
No.
I've seen this one video we watched the other day. It's like the hardest boss in the game, and this guy just literally steps into this like dimension, and then a laser gets shot at him and he dies, and he's like, oh, okay, that's why only like a certain percentage of people have ever beat this boss.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, no, that game is something different. I mean, really, 90% of it is finding the places to grind. So, like, there's, like, this one place, I forget where, but you have to do the mission with the guy with the mask. And then there's, like, this bird, and if you just shoot an arrow at him, he'll fall off a cliff. And then you go back to the camp, respawn, and it respawns, and you keep on doing that, and you can get, like, 1,000,000 runes in, like, an hour or so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so, like, grinding is going to be a huge part of that game. And then the more you level up, the more runes you're going to need to level up more. So really make sure your stats are correct.
Okay.
So, like, if you're going to do a tank.
What's a what?
A tank.
What's that?
So, like, basically you're going to. What's the right term for it? Like a sponge?
Like, yeah, you can just absorb a lot of damage. And, like, that kind of like you.
But you're going to be slow. And
yeah.
so, like, you're basically are willing to take the hits, but you're going to have more power and more health.
Can you just upgrade every stat?
You can, but that's tough because, like, the more you upgrade stats, the more runes it costs to upgrade any stat. And so over time, you're going to have like a shit ton of runes.
Like near the end, if you've been playing for forever, like, sure, it might kind of be like equal stats, but you kind of got to pick one over the other to start out. You know?
See, this is the part that makes me not want to play.
I understand it.
Because my time is so limited nowadays. Well, now I finished the show I was on. I feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's the whole community in Elden Ring. We're
See,
all just
what
constantly
the?
overwhelmed.
I think you guys. This is like the person who's like, I'm never getting married. Don't get married. Then gets married. It's like, hey, when are you getting married? It's like, don't drag me into your cult.
It's fun though. And, like, I get to call my friends and be like, hey, dude, I found this. He's like, no way. And then we, like, discuss armor settings and things.
Shoot. Okay. I might have to do this.
I mean, I like fantasy. Skyrim is my favorite game of all time.
Hell yeah.
Dude, the Elden Ring, the Elder Scrolls, holy shit. Series, love. I want to play Daggerfall. I might even want to play Arena, the one from 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, which, they're all great for their own reasons. Morrowind is looking rough though. Ooh, 2002. Yeah. It looks like a claymation, like, college project. Oh. But
I've never played those.
You never played those?
You've never played Elder Scrolls?
No.
I have 3 books on it. Like, seriously, it's a problem. If you like a good story,
I like adventure, and I love, like.
Imagine this. Hey, wait. Close your eyes. Okay. All right. You're in a forest. Okay. And you see a tower. And you walk up to the tower. You have a companion by your side, Lydia.
Oh.
She blocks you from getting into that tower. You scream at her for 5 minutes. Eventually, her AI understands and backs away. You walk into this tower and you see a man on the ground, just looking at you. You go in to talk to him, and he's like, hey, my son, he's been kidnapped. And you go, okay, I'll find him for you.
Okay.
And so you go on this long...
Can I do it?
Sure.
I need back to one.
My son, I need you to go and find him.
Okay. I'll do it for you.
Well, that's a lot of loyalty for a man you just met, but I appreciate it.
Well, you seemed sincere. Now I'm not sure.
That's a good point. I kind of gave myself away. and then he takes a dagger and stabs you. No,
that what happens?
Well, I mean, it's like, and then you go on a giant quest. You save his son. And you bring him back to him. He's like, "Thank you, Dragonborn. I appreciate it." And then you can kill them both and still get all the reward.
Yeah.
It's great.
Or you can kill them both and still get all the reward.
That's what you
This
can
is like Red Dead Redemption
Man,
2.
It's exactly like Red Dead, just with worse graphics and a little bit worse AI, but great story.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, video games are the best medium to tell a narrative anyway. So.
Ooh, that's a controversial topic,
Okay, I know that's a hot take.
Yeah.
I say this to like every person in the industry that's like, in like 60. I try to like convince them of this. And it never works.
Do you convince your Uber drivers?
I have talked to a couple Uber drivers about this. Yes, and so but basically, you have the narrative that the writers lay out for you. You have your own story that you get to dictate. On top of that, you are not just experiencing the character through like an outside lens, but you are the character. So like, for example, Last of Us, that relationship between Joel and Ellie, incredible, and you feel like you're the father to this person, and so you experience it through their eyes. And on top of that, you also get the storyline of multiplayer and having cool stories to tell with friends. Like, for example, when I was playing Minecraft, we used to do city servers. And so, like, we would build a city and create rules. Our currency was gold nuggets. I was a lawyer / I owned a flower shop.
Oh,
there was
hell
only
yeah.
But there was only 2 flowers in the game, so it was not a lucrative business. And so, at the time, this was PlayStation 4, and but I never lost a case. And then I burned down my house for the insurance money. You can't do that with anything other than a video game. So I think it's the best way to tell a story. You have thousands of hours, thousands of just different things that can happen, and the AI interacting with you. And so, like, I can tell you a story that in Red Dead Redemption 2 that happened to me, as simple as, I was walking in the woods, and then this bear came, and he just started charging me, and I fought him away, but then 3 more bears came. Like those are experiences that are unique to me and to you and to you. And so I really think to tell, like, an interesting narrative, or to build a world at least, video games are the best form to do that in. So that's the reason why I think so.
Have you played God of War? The
I
latest one?
love God of War. Yeah, that was a great game.
I thought the story in it was so engaging. You don't like that one.
No, I love God of War.
Oh, who did I talk to who thought that it sucked?
I'm the one that's kind of iffy towards the new Assassin's Creed games. Those
Right.
are the ones I can't really hop on right now.
That's fair.
I've been playing Valhalla. I think the latest DLC. I don't think they've come out with another DLC other than the latest
Don't
one.
look at me.
But I've enjoyed it. But I'm way overpowered in that game.
Oh,
like
are you?
There is, the last boss was like so easy to beat.
I haven't played that one yet. The last one I played was I think Black Flag.
Yeah, there's a few after that now. They've taken a new kind of like
I've
don't
seen
even
it.
know
like
what to call it.
What was it?
Yeah.
Odyssey? Was that the?
It's
Yeah.
adventure RPG.
that's
and-
where they really started taking
Which
like,
is like weird. I mean, like, I don't know. I think they've stopped. They're not making one this year, and they're waiting and like actually sitting down and trying to like change the formula, but keep it from still being Assassin's Creed. From what I hear, but I don't really know.
I wish they would have done something in Japan.
That would have been awesome. Ghost of Tsushima.
I played that, which is an incredible game. I wish I would have played it for the PS5 though. I
Oh, really?
I had it on PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, the performance-wise, I mean,
I feel like they
PS5
should have waited. It was so close.
Yeah.
Just wait till the PS5. Be a day one PS5 release.
That would
I
have
don't
been
know.
huge.
That's just
But
my
also,
opinion.
I don't think they have a problem with selling those things out.
No.
Yeah, I think they're good on that front.
Yeah.
Um,
I because the whole thing with Assassin's Creed, Assassin, you got the ninjas, you got the samurai, the shoguns. That could have been a great intertwined story, and you could have done the RPG thing still. Japan is, I mean, they did it with Greece and the islands all around. You could have done that thing with Japan. All like the most of Japan, you could have done that.
that would have been cool. I think they did something like that on the 3DS.
They had like a 2D one.
They had like
in
a
Japan.
2D one, yeah.
What?
something like that.
Wasn't-
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
It wasn't like a
Here.
fleshed out Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed
I'm
game.
pull it
pleased.
up
I don't
for
even
ya.
know about this.
Yeah.
I never played the in between, like the PSP or the
Yeah,
PlayStation.
it was like
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Chronicles or something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. Yeah, I just remember hearing about it a long time ago.
Our listenership has gone from
Hey, the real ones are here.
Yeah.
right
ones
now.
are here. Yeah, by the way, which I don't care. Like this show, this is how it happens. We'll talk about the most dynamic set of things all within the show.
We can bring it back to something like less niche if you
Here's-
want.
We don't have to do anything
here's
we
something
don't want to
You
do.
know what? You're right. You're
that I
right.
found on
The
accident.
world is our oyster.
Hey, this is Wesam's world.
This is Sam's world. That's right. It's your world. We're all just living.
Supposedly, as of April, Assassin's Creed Japan has been leaked.
No
as
way.
The next Assassin's
Wow,
Creed
you
game.
called that. Wait.
So-
Do you mind going up to the
Yeah.
photos? That looks so badass.
Supposedly.
Yeah. So this is a rumor. This isn't confirmed.
Yeah, but like everybody's picking it up right now.
That would be so cool.
Wesam's face right now. He's so happy. He's fuck the 2D game. I don't even want to show that to you anymore. We're here now.
That's awesome.
You ever play? Oh, this is the game he hates.
Oh,
The Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Why'd you hate Shadow of the Colossus?
it hasn't aged well, and I tried to play it when they just ported it again to the PS4.
Yeah.
and I was like, let me play it for the first time, and they didn't update any of the controls. They kept it exactly the way it was upon release, and it has not aged well. So I don't have nostalgia backing me up, thinking it's the best game of all time.
To be honest,
Wait, did I say this is the best game of all time?
You sure do suck its dick, Wesam. You sure do.
Well, to be fair, okay, it was released on a PS2.
Excuse me.
Huge, giant guys. I mean, that was impressive.
No, I mean that's dope. The visually stunning. I see why it was revolutionary at during the PS2 era. But then these same damn developers made a game called The Last Guardian, where their
Yes, they did.
clunky control system and AI still doesn't work. So it's like, oh, maybe they're not very good at making controls and making it user-friendly. Just a thought.
This is coming from the guy who uses mods on Dead by Daylight.
Oh, bullshit.
You use mods on Dead by Daylight?
He came into one of my live streams during Dead by Daylight, and he starts going, "This guy uses mods." He
Oh, we're such assholes to each other. It's great. Oh, I can't wait till the next time you go live. I'm gonna start a fucking firestorm on your channel.
Oh, man. I haven't played that game in a minute.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
He showed me it once. I was like, "Whoa, this is
my life. Yeah.
It's a fun game. I have a buddy, and we play horror games together. And
Hell
so
yes.
we played Resident Evil 8 in like no, it was more like a week, I would say. And my God, like the horror genre is just, I mean, it's either really good or really bad. But Resident Evil 8 or like Dead by Daylight's really fun for like a multiplayer aspect. But like those single player story like Outlast, or was that?
Yeah. Outlast.
Like 2012, 2013. They were great.
Have you heard of a? By the way, let's shout out your Dead by Daylight channel.
Oh yeah, DBD opinions. We're growing. We hit 1,000 subscribers last week. It was
congrats.
dope.
Awesome.
Nice, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Summoning Salt. Have you guys heard of this channel?
No.
Yes. No, they do the
Speedruns.
Yeah, the speedruns. That is a really interesting history, especially the God of War one.
The Summoning Salt, if you guys don't know, it's this guy who does these really engaging mini documentaries on speedruns for specific games. And I want to, if you don't mind, I actually want to recommend a couple of ones, because the nuances of each of these games and how the speedruns differ from the platform you're playing it on to the type of TV to the aspect ratio to all these little glitches that you don't find. So the latest one he did on the history of New Super Mario Brothers World is a good one. Let's see. The history of the 16 stars world. Oh yeah, Mario 64. What's it called? Mario Kart series are amazing. Any of the Mario Kart series are amazing.
Especially the Rainbow Road glitch that everyone was trying to do and no one could get it.
Oh, this one right here. World record progression, Super Mario 64, any percent. That one's good. But there was one, I forgot. it was a Mario Kart one where this guy, and it's so crazy how this community of speedrunners got together to stop this one guy from having all the records in this one category. So they
was that one or was that Punch Out?
No, it was on a Mario 64. They were trying to stop him from having all the records all in one category. So literally it was one guy against everybody else for like months at a time. And I'm like, whoa. So definitely check this out if you have some time. Some of these are long though. Like if you look at some of them are like 30 minutes long.
Yeah. They use the more. By the way, Portal has some of the craziest speedrunning I've ever seen in my life. You have no idea what they're doing.
Big brain
Huge.
people.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's not him. There's this one about God of War, and the original. And this guy. So they just started. This is like 2007.
Oh, this is it. Sorry, Mario Kart 64: The Quest of World Record Perfection. That's the one I was talking to you about. 47 minutes and 35
What is world record perfection?
That's the guy who has all the records all in one thing.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a similar story to this because in the original God of War, these guys were speedrunning it, and this one guy came onto a forum and was like, "I got this at like hour 13," which everyone thought was impossible.
Damn.
This man didn't look at the internet, basically figured out how to speedrun it alone, and figured out like a bunch of ways to like cut the map in half. And so everyone like looked at this guy as a god, basically, of like speed running, and it's a really interesting story. And he acts like an anime villain in the forums. It's really funny. And it's, But I'll try to remember who did it.
Super Mario Bros. The Human Limit. They talk about like what's physically possible for a human to beat these games at.
Oh, interesting.
Because obviously they're the mod that they use. A tool assist program, but some of that stuff you can't do. Some of the stuff you can do. One of the things that happened on a speed run was this is going to sound freaking crazy. A glitch happened, which they weren't able to recreate, and the only way they could they found out that this glitch happened was, there are particles from the sun that are constantly going through us, but they're so small that they just go through our bodies. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I think I do in like a certain sense. I didn't hear about the body thing.
Okay. By the way, this is an actor trying to describe something on a metaphysical, not metaphysical, but like quantum physics scale. Sure. Basically, they're like extremely small particles that are so small they can pass through molecules or go through atoms, or not through atoms, but like pass by atoms and not affect them at all. That's how small they are.
Do you mean gamma radiation?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, this one particle hit the system, hit the exact spot where, transistors happen, electrons, and it connected a switch. So it changed to like a 010 to a 001, and it caused the character to jump and skip up into the level. And he's just like, what the heck? What the heck? Like, it's the most insane thing.
That is wild.
And so everybody's like, oh, that guy faked it, that guy edited it. And they're like, well, no, he didn't. Let's try to recreate it. They couldn't recreate it. And then they were able to discover that that's what happened.
That's insane.
You could find this video on there somewhere.
That's crazy.
I don't know how you would search for it, though. Like, crazy glitch in Mario 64.
Hey, let's try it.
Sun makes Mario jump.
Microparticle or something. I don't know.
That's wild. That is...
Isn't that mind-blowing?
That's mind-blowing,
Like, the
for sure.
chances of that happening are so minute.
We're getting the creepiest glitches in Mario.
Maybe impossible glitch?
Impossible glitch. Let's try it. We gonna hunt him down.
You know what? I kind of want to find this video.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Keep saying I'm talking about... Oh, why did I type in Mario 64? I didn't mean to. That's why I keep getting...
Well, it happened in N64.
Oh, it was Mario 64.
Yeah.
Oh, then I was right.
Let me try to find it. If you guys talk about something, but if
we could
talk
talk about
shit.
something. How
you said so? You were talking about like the lore of stuff. I see why you like Destiny.
Actually, I wasn't as much into Destiny.
Really?
I tried. I really tried. I was like,
if you got Skyrim books, I was like, surely you
no,
got...
I Skyrim, like, it let you go at your own pace.
Right.
I felt like I was constantly trying to keep up with other people. And I
Yeah.
just was like, you know, I
Found it.
eventually. Oh, did you?
Yeah, keep
Damn,
going.
that was
yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Send it my way.
Yeah.
Just to read. During the race, an ionizing particle from outer space collided with DOTA underscore Tbags N64, flipping the 8th bit of Mario's first height byte. Specifically, it flipped the byte from 11000101 to 11000100 from C5 to C4, the gamer reporter Gavin Burt wrote. A Super Mario 64 speedrun glitch that was probably caused by a space particle.
That's crazy.
That's
First of all, what's the percentage of that happening? It has to
I'm
be
sending it right now.
so small.
I was going for like red coins or something.
is that him?
I mean, think about the chances of something like that happening.
A million years. I mean, that's once in a lifetime. Once in several lifetime. I mean, that you can't recreate that.
Is this it?
This is it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Wait, they have video of this?
Yeah.
All
It
right.
should have skipped to the proper point. Yeah, here we go. So he's jumping, right? And then there it is.
Whoa.
And this is him freaking out, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like how did...
That's crazy. Is he? And he's speedrunning this right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
What? Do you know what time he got?
Whoa.
Because if he were to like break the record, no one could beat him. He
Yeah.
would have won that forever. I mean, that's if he had a perfect run with that, but that's crazy.
I didn't say if he got that in that speed run or not.
Yeah.
Usually the change of a single bit won't affect anything, but in this specific circumstance, it appears it did.
That's wild.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Man.
Yeah, that's what I love video games for, like kind of the stories that just come out of everything.
Did you ever try to break the game? Like, I would always try to go beyond the borders. Always.
I'm huge into Easter eggs, so I liked doing that if I could. So like with like Skyrim, you could just no clip things, or like Half-Life, you could do that. Portal, you could do that. And so like if it was like on PC, I would do that, but I would never like actively like search for like an opening or like a break in the game to like
Gotcha.
yeah. But I like to like check things out, and I like when Easter eggs are around, and you could see some really cool, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when like game developers leave notes or like just like little surprises everywhere. I find that cool, and so yeah. I do like enjoy that kind of stuff.
Oh, great. Nice, yeah. Very interesting. Very
Yeah,
interesting stuff.
yeah, it's
I
really
love
cool.
it.
It's really cool.
I love it. Nerd out. That's it, man. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, well, this was great. I hope your
was-
speedrunning community enjoyed this.
There was one other thing in the beginning I wanted to talk to you about. It. I can't remember, but that's okay.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So how'd you get started
In what?
acting
Out here or just in general?
in general?
Oklahoma,
Oh, nice.
and did theater there.
And you moved out here in 2009? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Okay. And you just like found love with it through theater?
Yeah, I was just doing theater, and I liked performing on stage. And I came out here for a summer when I was in high school, almost got something, and then kind of kept in touch with my agents ish. And then I was like, in college, I decided, oh, this is what I want to do professionally. And yeah, I've been out here.
Nice.
Nice gradual, step by step up in the right direction. And yeah,
Cool.
I love it.
Yeah. How what was like the most challenging thing for you?
In acting?
Yeah.
In the business specifically? Oh.
Or a business, or just like in general? Like what was like a hurdle?
Nothing.
Everything was easy.
Perfect.
There are a few things. I think it's some things that all artists go through, like imposter syndrome.
Sure.
Developing a good sense of awareness,
Fair.
I think, is very important. As
Too
an
much
actor.
awareness could also kill you, though.
It can, but you have to be also aware that you are having too much awareness as well, because then you can go into unconscious mode or automatic mode through that as well.
That's yeah.
And then also understanding that I'm changing as a person too. So my art's going to continue to change. The way I approach roles are going to continue to change. But I'm hopefully it's in the right direction as well. And just keeping up with the changing of the industry and the way this industry has changed since 2009, because it was during the first big writer strike that I came out here. And I was like, oh, that's the perfect time to come out.
One at a time.
Yeah, right? And then you came out during COVID.
Yeah.
Right? So all these things, and then LA is a fake place in terms of there is a lot of delusional people. It's a big city to begin with, so there's
Very
a lot
much
of
so.
competition.
60 million?
Yeah, it's big. And this industry portrays a fake sense of what is worth something and what isn't worth. And I don't know if it's the industry or the people who become successful and they can't handle the fame. And because, listen, human beings aren't meant to have that much attention at them at one time.
I 100% agree.
That's insane. If
Yeah,
you really
no,
think about
it's. I mean, I can definitely see that. Like, it can erode someone's brain for sure.
Right.
Especially if you get like I think the biggest thing actors should realize is to find validation internally instead of externally. Once you have that, you have a good basis to where, like, because it's like, if you're acting or doing things for an something outside of you that you can't control, when the outside of the thing outside of you hates it and you hate it too, it's the worst place to be. You have to love something, and then hopefully other people will appreciate it. So I think if anyone's going to get in that kind of position, it's to find validation internally, and some people don't do that, and I think it kind of wrecks them sometimes.
I think it destroys them.
Yeah.
Case in point, what's his name? The guy who played the Flash, who's been arrested like 4 or 5 times.
Oh,
now.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, do you know him?
I don't. I mean, not personally. I heard about things, but I didn't go into a deep dive.
I'm not like talking shit about him,
Yeah.
but that's obviously someone who's like going through some stuff.
From what I've heard, it seemed
Yeah.
a little like, something's wrong.
Yeah,
Something snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck to him. But at the same time, imagine you're going through all that mentally, whether you're aware or not aware of it, and then you have that much fame.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that's a tough gig
It
for
is.
sure. Yeah.
That's why you need a good team behind you to keep you in check. That's why I like Stagecoach a lot.
Stagecoach keeps you in check for sure.
Keeps you in check and keeps it realistic on what you're, don't let the fame get to you. This is a business of ups and downs, ebbs and flows, even for extremely successful people. So that validation from other people, the validation from your fans, the validation from good reviews, bad reviews, or whatever. No. You got to focus on just doing good work, being a professional, do your job, and then go home and be respectful at the end of the day. That's all it is. You're just a person like everybody else. It's just that there's more eyes on you than other jobs.
I think, like, as long as you're like coming here for the right reasons, I think you're gonna be okay. I think the people who maybe expect more. First of all, the people who come in here for money and fame and don't like the acting, miserable the whole time for the rest of your life if you keep on doing it. Because you are spending, 16 hours a day at this place that you don't want to be at. And so, as long as you're like going in for the actual art of it and you fall in love with the craft, I mean, I think you'll be fine. But then there's so many other steps of like how to handle things, like what to say, how to approach things, because it's like you have to go from a different lens sometimes. It's a learning curve, which I think as more people become famous, because it's like really not a crazy thing now. There's so much more fame and notoriety. The fact I think over time society is probably going to shift that around, and
I don't know.
Anyone can be famous, but like that, you can be famous tomorrow.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure. But in terms of the way people are handling it,
it's still new, I'd say give it time. I think I don't know. I have a positive outlook on things.
you do.
I do a little bit, and I shouldn't really. But I think over time.
I was like, you do.
Yeah, you do. You're a fucking idiot. No. But no, I do think over time people are gonna reevaluate what fame is, because it's changed from like Frank Sinatra days.
Steve, manager at Stagecoach, said something really great to me. He said, there's opportunity in the chaos. And I was like, oh, back to what we said, nobody really knows what they're doing. Nobody knows exactly how the industry is going to shift. But regardless of all that, I know as a artist, as an actor, as a person who cares about their family, I just want to keep doing things I enjoy doing, like this show. Talk about the things I want to talk about in an organic way and in a creative way, and that's done technically in a very high professional level. And then regardless if we get 100, 1,000, 15,000, a million views, if I'm proud of the work and it's continuously getting better, I've noticed that's one of the constances in this industry that eventually you'll get success out of.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that with my acting work. I've noticed that in my friends who have focused on acting, that they started booking more. They started, So it's like when you focus on your craft, on being professional about it, on improving constantly, and just trying to be a decent person, success is just happens sooner or later. And this is our live time on Adobe Radio. We are done on live, but the show continues on YouTube and Spotify, Apple Podcasts tomorrow morning. Thank you for tuning in, Anthony Turpel.
Turpel. Close though.
I did it on purpose. What's your Instagram?
Anthony Turpel. It's just my name with an underscore at some point.
Do you know on the emails I was putting Turpel the whole time?
I just assume at this point I should just change it to Turpel. I should just be like, yes, my name's Anthony Turpel.
That's me.
Nice
and
to
I
meet you.
put turtle on one of the emails.
I
as
get
well.
turtle a lot too.
And it's an autocorrect. And I was gonna apologize to Ryan. I think is your.
Oh yeah, Ryan. Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan.
Ryan,
Apologies.
you're the shit, man. I love you.
I'm not sorry. I put turtle. I can't. What happened was an ionized particle came from outer space.
There you go.
Hit right on that autocorrect one.
All right, show continues on. But yeah, man, that's why, hopefully you get on another show soon. And if you don't,
Hopefully, I mean, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I've been having cool experiences to say the least, and so
yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure what I'm allowed to talk about, but it's I've been having a blast. I've to be honest, starting at like 11 is like it just like is I don't know. I've been doing this for so long. About half my life now. So I mean, I just I'm kind of at this point along for the ride. Whatever happens. I've had a lot of cool, interesting experiences. I was on a soap opera for 2 years. So I got to see like that world, and I got to like do like some really cool shit in between.
But like I mean, I'm sure you realize there's like kids who start out as early as you have who end up messed up.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was very lucky to have the most amazing mother in the world, like the best, and that probably helped me a ton. But my ma helped me an incredible amount. So I think like I had that guidance. I had April, who also helped me, and I think just over time, I was able to like keep a good head on, and I also like didn't like go up too fast. It took a very long time for like that swing, which I actually think can be a better process because you're slowly getting into things. You understand how to handle rejection. When you embarrass yourself, you like internalize that and like actually like make improvements. And so I didn't like have a huge uptick. And so because of that, it was like a gradual thing, and I kept on, able to do it. I think that really helped me. I'm scared for the kids who like start out day one and become like huge, and because those are the people who don't always make it out.
I love keeping up with Corey Feldman.
That's a tough one.
And there was a reality show where they called The Two Coreys. Corey Haim, who passed away. Did you ever see that reality show?
I never saw it. No.
I have it bought on Apple.
You have it bought on Apple?
I've
one of
watched
your
it like
comfort
3 or 4.
shows?
Sometimes I'll put it in just because the amount of cringe associated with it is just. And I know they even admitted like a lot of the scenes were set up and everything, but to even just put that stuff out there is just. And so Corey Feldman actually had a recent music video he put out, and I sent it to you.
You sent it to me, yeah.
Was it not great?
Have you never seen his music career?
I saw something a long time ago, and it wasn't. I don't want to like.
God bless him.
Hey,
yeah.
you're not bashing him. And this is here's the thing. I brought this up last time. Everything I say on the show, I would say to a person's face.
Yeah.
That's
for sure.
my rule. So if you don't want If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine.
This is what I'll say. The dude seemed like he had a really hard life.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Really hard.
A very hard life.
And so I wish nothing but the best for him.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
But I will say this because nobody says it to him.
Mm-hmm.
The music he creates it wasn't good.
Uh-huh.
And he could say it's my opinion or whatever, and I am entitled to that, and he's entitled to disagree.
Yeah, of
and
course.
that's totally fine. But I think too many people around him were saying, "Oh, this is good. Yeah, it's good, man." Like they weren't brave enough to tell him, like, "Hey, do not put this up there."
That's a tough. Yeah, yes men is a hard thing to, I guess, accept. I don't know. I've never really had to deal with that. But Sorry, go ahead. No. I mean, it's just like, I can't really comment on it because I haven't seen too much of it. But he does. Yeah, it does seem like a lot's going on. And I think from like the Corey situation was probably pretty tough, but I wasn't around for that, so
No.
I don't want to say too much.
Well, yeah, I mean that sucks to lose a good friend, and apparently they were both molested while they were growing up and everything like that, which was like terrible.
Really?
Oh yeah, like they accused people in a documentary of molesting them when they were doing their movies.
Fuck.
And again, I guess they're allegations. I don't know, and that sucks, but it doesn't help when the stuff you put out there is kind of contradictory to a certain degree, because he did this thing for a while where he had this house where he had these young women stay with him to help their music careers. And he was playing like this Hugh Hefner type of vibe, and it's like, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe that could be a little contradictory? And then he was playing like this playboy type of character where he was the lead man in this band full of chicks, and he was playing on the Today Show. And they're, dude, the producers of that, they're worse, dude.
Wait, was that the one with angel wings?
Yeah.
Okay, I did see that.
Because then
yeah.
they invited him again the next day because they're like, man, the views just went up. Let's bring him on if he wants to do another one. Like that's so not. They knew what they were doing.
They had to. They had to. I mean, that's the bottom line. You know?
And like the dancing where he's like, I was friends with Michael Jackson, but my moves are separate from him. But when he does his moves, they're like very Michael Jackson-esque, and it's just like, this guy's like an artistic mess. It feels like.
Yeah, I mean that's tough, especially if you're gonna put art out there. You better be ready for people to criticize it.
Right. Well, the whole purpose of me bringing this up is like, you're lucky that you didn't end up on the route similar to that.
Oh yeah, and I mean also, the level the Coreys are at and the level I'm at is so different. I don't know what I would do in their position. So yeah, but I'm very lucky and thankful. I have great, cool friends that are really into art, and I'm just I've been very just blessed with a lot of things.
Yeah.
So and that's
Good.
kind of everything. I mean, luck plays a huge part in just being out here in general. So I just got really lucky.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, man. It's just you don't do heavy drugs or anything like that. Like
only heroin.
heroin.
Yeah. No.
that
we
messes.
all?
Don't we all?
Don't we all? No, no, I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That messes people up so quickly. I feel like addiction in that kind of sense, and it's
Yeah.
hard to get out of it.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
think.
what's that sound? Are you guys hearing that?
Was that the PC?
Something was like a rolling
creep?
wheel.
Was that me?
There was something going.
I'm like shaking my.
Oh
Was that me? It might have been.
no! I don't know what it is. Okay, we just got. No, that wasn't it. Huh, that was weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, addiction is definitely a tough thing for sure. I just try to stay away from that. I'm also like not cool enough. I just like genuinely like no one could be like, oh yeah, that guy parties. Nah, that's
I
not
was
gonna
at a
happen.
party once a while ago, and they pull out a pipe, but I didn't know what a crack pipe looked like. And I go, "Oh, is that pot?" And they go, "No." And I go, "Oh. Okay, you guys do you. I'm
First
heading
of
out."
all, I've never a party where they pull out crack.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's
Where were you?
yeah.
Bam's house in 2005? That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
insane.
It was a hills.
Yeah.
Party, like
Wow.
In the hills.
That's
Hollywood Hills.
insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, oh. It was one of those things where it seemed fake.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to go, have you guys seen the movies? This doesn't end well.
I've like, yeah, I'm just not like cool enough for it. I can't be like high around people at all.
Yeah.
So like marijuana is just like out for me.
I took an edible for the first time,
Did you?
and this was like a while ago, like months ago, and I felt like a tingling. Like I got up too quickly. I was like, oh, I got up too quickly. I feel like a little height. And then I felt like a tingling in my chest and my body. I was like, oh, this is like a weird glass of wine. This is not what I thought it. I'm not a fan of this. Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be like a body high or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, and then like weed is more like a mind fuck or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You definitely don't do drugs.
Listen, I do weed once in a while. I do the weed.
Okay.
I
do the weed.
smoke the devil's lettuce, as they call it.
Peyton does it like
5 times a day.
5 times a day.
Really?
A day.
No.
No.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, because I feel like we're in the same category.
No. I've done yoga breathing exercises that have felt very similar to where I was very floaty.
You had a meditation eye.
Excuse me?
You had a meditation eye?
A meditation eye. I've never heard that term before.
Like high.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've seen visuals on multiple occasions. The most intense meditation I have ever done that actually caused my arms to seize up, and I began hallucinating faces in front of me.
Oof.
No joke.
Classic.
It was,
You know that classic scenario.
you're basically hyperventilating for almost 30 minutes.
Fuck.
Whoa.
Yeah, and you're flooding your body with oxygen, which, if you get a lot of it, you feel a little high.
Sorry, were you like in a yoga studio when this
Yeah,
happened?
and they were guiding you through it, and they said if you feel like your body, like your arms seizing up, and you're uncomfortable with it, it's okay. Just stop and like let your body relax and everything like that. But I was like, screw it, I'm already here. Like I'm gonna keep going. And no joke, I saw faces, like what people describe on like DMT trips.
What the hell were you all doing?
It was literally very similar to hyperventilating.
Okay.
And it's difficult because your diaphragm actually starts to cramp up because you're not used to breathing that hard. But if you can push through it or you practice long enough, you start seeing crazy stuff, man.
That's insane. I mean, I've never done like yoga in general, but I do meditation. And so like I haven't had that crazy of an experience.
Yeah.
I have like
We gotta go.
are we running out?
Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Oh no, but meditation I think is one of the best. Like it's so beneficial. I think
Yeah.
everybody should do it, especially actors.
Yeah.
I think definitely do meditation. Just like 20 minutes a day. That's all you need.
Anthony.
Yes.
Anthony Turtle.
Yes.
You are welcome back anytime.
Yeah, man, this was so much fun.
I love your vibe.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll be back, post rehab. You've gone through the.
Yeah. I'll let you know when I get back. I'm looking. This time, I promise, everything's gonna be fine. Go check out my last apology video. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
And people can find you on Instagram,
Anthony
Twitter.
Turpel is kind of the general gist of all that stuff. So
Great.
you'll find me eventually.
Great, man. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Thank you.
absolute
Seriously,
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Peyton, play us out.
I have it this time. Oh, but never mind. That's playing too. I wanted to be cool, and I wanted to use the soundboard. There it is. It's happening.
It's happening. Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is great. This is the first time I've heard the music ever on the outro.
I know. I wanted to try through the soundboard. Isn't it dope?
It's so
Besides
dope.
the stars that we're playing?
It was dope.
That was.
Next week, we got Noah Grossman in the studio.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I'm going to start doing that too, explaining who our next guest is the following week.
Perfect.
Because that's
always
professional,
nice.
right?
That's professional.
That's professional.
I've been trying to have a dinner with that guy for like a year.
Noah Grossman?
Yeah. We
the-
keep on trying to plan it and then it never happens.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
Noah, what are you doing?
Noah. No, we've never met, but he's also with April.
Yeah.
So like she just really wants us to meet. Anyway, I don't know why I talked about this.
Play us out again.
Yeah, play that again.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
All right. Hey, remember, hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, comment below. Really, thank you guys. The numbers are growing. We're gonna hit 2K soon, guys. This is great. Live listeners, make sure you listen. to us. Always remember, listen, think, talk. Bye.